As a Panthers fan, I'm blessed. Blessed for what? Nothing. Except this 97 Steve Smith card. Um, it's just insane. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Just he's not who we're talking about in this video. We're not ready for him yet, but I mean, just look. All right. Today we are talking about how to get a free 95 overall playoff master and help you on your quest to getting this 97 Steve Smith. Just look at it. Look, you're looking. Glad to hear. Alright, he's a deep threat, so he'll have speed. Madden dropped, SpongeBob today, so, that's cool. But they also did the playoffs. That's really what we're worried about here. And there's a ton of good cards. They're all 95. They dropped, the start out, 2 cards, 2 players from each team, that are in the playoffs at the moment. So we can go ahead and look at this. Superstar MVP Daily. Oh, maybe we'll have to maybe we'll have to do this in a little bit. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with that. Anyway, NFL playoff celebration. I've already started. So, quickly, how to get... Oh, I clicked the wrong button. So, how to get this 95 card. 95 overall NAT NFL playoffs player is 60 stars. So, the first one, there is 14 missions, 7 from each conference, because there's 7 teams in each conference. 14 times 4 is what? Quick math, it's hard. 56 stars, and then you would just need whatever in these. There's plenty. These are the teams that almost made it, but then, because they suck. Like the Patriots. It's alright, Cam Newton's a beast. Anywho, so you don't have to get 4 stars in each mission. You obviously want to go for them. You get as much coins and all of that, but, shit happens, to say the least, dare I curse. But you'll get a 95 overall player, and especially for me and a lot of other people right now, that's a really good card. I mean, even for God Squads, a 95 player would help. There's some really solid players in there, so we're going to look some up in the auction house and kind of talk about them, but this is one of the easiest ways to get a 95 overall player in a long time. It's about time that they did something like that nice for us, but we'll go ahead and take a quick look. There are a few ones that I'm especially keen on, and then there's some ones that are a little underrated that I definitely want to, shout out to you guys, because there's some good ones. So we're going to look on the auction house, but what's probably going to happen is I'm actually going to have to pull them up on MUT and kind of talk to you guys about them, because I don't know how many of these players are going to be on the auction house quite yet. Phillip Rivers, you can see they are extremely expensive. If you pull one right now, you best damn sell them. Phillip Rivers isn't somebody to worry about. David Bakari is one of the many left tackles in these sets. He's a pretty good pass protector, to say the least. Unfortunately, he got hurt. I'm rooting for the Packers at the moment because I love Aaron Rodgers. Love watching him in the Pat McAfee show. But really good pass blocking. Run blocking's not the best. He's a really good tackle, but, always got to shout out the boy Logan. But Logan brings up a good point. As long as you have edge side on a lot of your guys, on your tackles, or edge protector, they should be alright for the most part. But a 95 Bakhtiari isn't bad. And you'll see he's one of the multiple tackles in here. And probably, quite literally, one of the best cards, potentially, in the game. It's 95 Mitch Trubisky. Mitch the bitch Trubisky. Let me tell you, dude. How in the world? Couldn't tell you, but this dude is insane. 89 speed, 96 throw power. He has good accuracy. His worst being 88. Throw power is 90. Throwing the runs 92. Oh my god. This Mitch Trubisky card. You're going to start watching God Squads running this. Mitch the bitch, for some reason, is literally the best card in the game. I don't know why. 96 throw power, 89 speed. That alone is really good. He's got good accuracy with it. I don't know. Mitch the bitch, he's done it again. It's alright. The reason why they got this Mitch card out soon enough is because I know they're going to be making a Nick Foles Super Bowl MVP card. They know it's happening. Everybody knows it. Um, Denzel Ward is a really good card, especially if you need a corner. 94, 94 there on speed and excel. That's always important. 95 man. He's definitely a man-to-man quarter. He's still got 90 zone. He's got 94 press. This is a really solid card if you need a corner. He's got enough speed on him. He's got the X factor, the 3 ability slots. So you definitely could put a ton of good things on him. He'll definitely be an immediate upgrade to anybody's squad, whether it's in the slot or on the outsides. Robert Woods is not somebody that I'm too excited on unless his speed is good. He's good route running. Eh, he's nobody special. I wouldn't be too worried about Robert Woods. Because there's another wide receiver that's way better. We'll have to find him. Marcus Williams is a solid free safety, but there's somebody better. Joel Biatino, that's a guard. You need a guard. Definitely pick him up. But here you are. Here's that wide receiver that I was so secret about. Yeah, they gave DK Metcalf another card because they love him. And, I mean, the card art's insane. Look at that shit. It's beautiful. 95 speed, yeah. You're definitely, if you thought you saw enough of that 89 team standouts, DK Metcalf, well, now you've got an even juiced version. So DK Metcalf will be on everybody's team. He's got 95 speed, and how tall is he? You gonna tell me? I mean, he's a physical receiver at night. He's 6'3", yeah. 6'3", 95 speed. He's the new Calvin Johnson in Madden. He will never be Calvin Johnson in real life, but in Madden, he certainly can be. He's like Calvin Johnson and Julio Jones had a child. That's very nice. Steven Nelson is actually an underrated card, I believe, because I think he has good enough speed. 94, 94. This is another really good speed, really good card. You might not like Denzel Ward. Maybe, you don't like the Browns or something, but this is still a really good card. 94 man, 89 zone. He's a little worse than Denzel Ward, but if you still get Steven Nelson, that's nothing to be upset about. He's definitely really good. 93 change of direction. Again, another upgrade to your team, whether at the corner or a safety position. Well, I'm not sure about the safeties. Jalen Ramsey got a card, and he's not that good. He's alright. He's pretty good. Logan doesn't like him because of his speed, 92, but 95 man, 93 zone, and 94 press. So he's not physically or athletically as gifted, but he's definitely got the technician or the intangibles. He's very technical, good zone, good man, good press, good change of direction, I believe. 91, that's nothing to be too upset about. Player X should be really good, 93. Good card, decent card art. But he's still another good corner. Again, a lot of good corners, a lot of good tackles. Let's see, going down the list, anybody else? Akeem Hicks, don't worry about him. Would be really good at a D tackle position. He's not. He's a left end, so not too worried about him, unfortunately. Mitchell Schwartz, you need that right tackle. He's really solid over there. Good pass protector. Matthew Judon is actually a surprisingly good card. A lot of people run that of Von Miller, or you'll see later there's Darius Leonard. But, your typical 3-4 pass rusher. He's got power rusher on him. Really good 86 speed. He's got 96 power moves. He's got really good play rec, good tackling for what it's worth. Good awareness. The only question would be his pass coverage. Let's see what it is. 64 man, 71 zone. You definitely really can't drop him back into coverage too often. You certainly can't man him up. But he's got really cool card art and maybe the best pass rusher out of anybody in this program. Certainly wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. John Brown can be good on one condition. 95 speed. I wouldn't be too worried about him. You want a wide receiver, go take Metcalf over John Brown. Let's just be honest. I don't want to waste your time. Most of you've already clicked off at this point, but I don't want to waste your time, Another good Ravens player they actually made out pretty good. Ronnie Stanley. Left tackle. You need a left tackle. Nothing wrong with him. Not as cool card art as Matthew Judon, and probably not as good, to be honest. He's agile, so for whatever that's worth. But what that does mean is obviously he can move well, but he's good in the pass and run game. 96 awareness. He's probably the best left tackle, most balanced left tackle. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. These cards are also really good if you want to build a theme team and your team made the playoffs. Very good. Tyrann Mathieu, alright. He's not even the best strong safety. We'll have to find a strong safety. James Conner, don't worry about him. He's not that good. Rashaan Evans, you need a middle linebacker. He's cool, but you really shouldn't. Middle linebacker and halfbacks, big positions where, as I was talking to Logan about this, where you want a legend, you want somebody that you really, really like there. Like, I'd rather have a Barry Sanders. Even if James Conner was a 99, I'd rather have Barry Sanders. I mean, why? Steve Smith or John Brown? I'm going to take Steve Smith, It's the same thing with Rashaan Evans and James Conner. 94 Ray Lewis or 95 Rashaan Evans. I'm going to go with Ray Lewis. Tom Brady's actually not a terrible quarterback, but we don't need to talk about him because we got Big Dick Mitch here. Big Dick Mitch, Landon Collins, he's an alright strong safety. If he's got 93 plus speed, he'll be alright. Be a pretty damn good player right there. Definitely good in the box, especially when you run cover 3. You just gotta watch not having him on the back end. You could struggle at times there. But he'll be alright. Let's see. Duron Reed, good. I think we passed him at some point. Maybe not. Maybe he's still further down. Duron Reed, really good D tackle. Best out of the set, I believe. I struggle, so he might be a guy I pick up. Keep going through anybody else. It's the same people. Here you go. Here is quietly the most underrated player in the sets. I talked to Logan about him, and he looked at this. Jordan Poyer is probably the best back-end player at that safety position. 93 speed, 95 man. Alright, 95 zone, 90 man. So you definitely could leave him on that back end there as a deep third or whatever. He definitely hold his zone and zone coverage. He's got decent enough hit power. He's not going to be laying dudes out like a Palomalu or a Jamal Adams, that out of position strong safety. Because we all know Jamal Adams is a true right outside linebacker. But this is definitely good. He's a strong safety, but he's definitely a zone. His archetype even tells you. Definitely a zone guy. So that's not bad, especially if you've got hard hitters, in the middle as your backers. He's a really good back-end guy, especially if you struggle sometimes, guys beating you deep. Your strong safety isn't as good as your free safety in zone or man. This is definitely a guy who can help on the back end a ton. I might get him. I definitely think he's the best player. Only 89, change direction, so not the best user. But again, I think he's the best card out of here besides Big Dick Mitch, and definitely the most underrated. You definitely can't go wrong with that pick, let me tell you. Let's see, anybody else? Alex Smith. He's not the best quarterback, but he is worth considering just because of the name. Alright, so that's the end. So let me pull up. Let me see if there's anybody else on Mudhead that I can think of. That's good. But I want to say that, that's all of the cards that are out just now. Let's see, looking through. Antoine Winfield Jr. is decent, not great, let's be honest. Kenny Clark actually would be a really good D tackle out of the Packers. Tron Armstead from the Saints, he's another tackle that you get. Ryan Tannehill, don't worry, he's not as good as Big Dick Mitch, unfortunately. Darius Leonard out of the Colts. I don't think he's as good as Judon, but if you like Leonard over Judon, they're pretty much the same, I'd say. It's just kind of whichever one you want better. Unless Judon is definitely more of the pass rusher. But if you want somebody more balanced, Darius Leonard is your guy. And again, that's pretty much it. You won't... unfortunately with the Steve Smith, you can't complete it until the 29th of January. So that sucks. But... if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. Please help the channel continue to grow. We kind of stagnated recently, so kind of hoping for a big banger this time around. But in the name, in the words of our good Lord above, Steve Smith is the best wide receiver of all time. And with that being said, ice up, son. I'll see you in the next one.